good night, everybody. As you can see, I'm decked out in my Brazil yellow. The colors of the show
This
is Brazil yellow. I don't know why Memphis have on a Manchester United shirt.
what
I
do you
really don't
mean?
understand why. This is the World Cup. Manchester United in the World Cup.
The players are
Yeah, but
don't
Manchester
have the
United.
like the third most players in the World Cup.
Yeah, that's
I,
fact.
I think so. Yeah.
But are they doing well?
I mean, did you not see Bruno today?
Okay, Bruno. Okay, you can say Bruno, then I can say Saka. Mm. Ronaldo don't come. Ronaldo not your player anymore.
I mean, even when he was at Real Madrid, he was still my player. So
Ronaldo's not your player anymore. By mutual consent, I guess we can start there. Um, not really much to say, but we all saw that coming. He had to come to that. And
hmm I mean, the interview got the desired result anyway.
the who
The interview got the desired result anyway.
for in terms of the Glazers.
Yes, sir.
Mm, mm. All right, okay. Um, Cello, let's touch on this. Okay, wait. True the saying something. How come you know pick on more, which is City backdrop? Low Memphis bars. Okay, that's fair enough. Fair
But
enough.
all
Because
our part team, buds. Look,
you
all
see,
our part team, Arsenal.
you see, my backdrop is his backdrop. Memphis chose to put on that shirt, so that's my reasoning. I wasn't trying to pick on Manu because there's
hmm
really nothing to pick on. You can only pick things that are high up. Let me just say that. Let's just say, let's put
It's
that
a
up.
shame you couldn't pick the 3 points too.
Pick with 3 points.
The one
Oh,
that you
wow.
make my take away.
Oh, but if I pick, but you didn't, I didn't pick it, but I'm still what 9 points ahead of you. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Still have a whole game to play.
I would prefer to be in my position. Let's just say I prefer to be in my position and not yours. Let's jump right into it, guys. We've seen every team play so far. Okay, Benkai. Y'all know this must be another Manchester United fan. You going out? Okay, shot. Yeah, I have to say what I have to say. I have to say what I have to. Y'all can keep. Y'all take the 3 points, and I keep my first position. Tell her which one you rather. First position or the
How
three
long you
points?
stay in there?
It don't matter how long we got. I can't. You can't see the future. We can only talk about the immediate.
You know the
Mm,
beauty about it. Then get the first 3 points and then we celebrate. Remember, they have to come in the Emirates still.
And then no, they don't get them shelling. Then no, they don't get
So,
them
just
shelling.
as Ben Kai always say, come at it. Come at it.
Kamate. Yeah, so let's jump straight in. I don't think there's any other major football news that's going on. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. There's the Ronaldo stuff really.
uh,
No. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, other than the Glazers want to sell Manu. Okay, let me ask. Memphis, I see a lot of
Mhm.
things on Twitter. People ask you, say, you want oil owners too?
I just want somebody that care about the club, really.
Kia. What does Kia look like?
A
Because
constant investment and not just taking out.
constant investment.
United has been self-surviving since they
Right.
bought the club.
That is true. That is true. So when you say okay, what I want to get because I want to an owner can would you say that Abramovich loved Chelsea? He cared
Yeah,
for Chelsea
it wasn't
because
just in terms of the transfers. Like he
mm,
didn't give them some state-of-the-art training facility and all that.
okay, so you
United
want
still had the same thing, and like Ronaldo saying in the interview since
fact,
no build the arc.
fact. So you want to see a real changeover at United, both
hmm
on the pitch, on the field,
I think I
in the
saw
back.
Apple was trying to buy United though.
Oh yeah, I think I saw your post.
Yeah, if
Oh,
if
you
App-
gonna
if
buy
Apple buys United, I'm buying an iPhone.
a
I'm buying it.
I hear you. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Because you know what? Funny enough, when Cranky have this, his Super Bowl team, this
Mm.
NFL team, when they win the Super Bowl, me say, boy, them me back. I think it's the LA Rams. And then me back because of Cranky. So you do your thing, bro. let's touch on it. Let's touch on Group A, guys. The World Cup is a, I'm not say a weekend, but round one. We've seen all the teams play so far.
Hmm.
Um, anything surprise you? Anything surprise you as anything, any team, any person surprise you from round one?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
They
Okay.
showed they showed Klopp how to press.
That okay, was that a surprising result just in isolation, or you think that Saudi Arabia can then maybe who else is in that group? Let me just skip across here to Group C. Can Saudi Arabia, because right now they're on top of the
Yeah, the
group,
other teams have won, right?
right? And of course Argentina has it. But would you say that Saudi Arabia can come out of this group?
It looks so. Is that just a point they need now, or something like that?
I mean, different things could happen. Different things could happen, but they can lose the other two games versus
Mm.
Mexico and Poland, which will then put all those teams at least on
Hmm.
3 points.
I mean, watching that Mexico Poland game, I don't think any of them can win a game
You don't
after
think
watching
that
the game.
win a game? Hmm. Okay. Let me ask you this now. Do you think that the Saudi Arabia team, how far do you think they can go? Just out the group stage and then
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
But that would
Sharp.
still be an
You know the
interesting.
thing is,
Uh,
Sharp. I like
hmm.
when I say that no. You know, all I sit down and count out all the lesser team and them. Count out all the lesser team and them surprise all little now. Like count out the lesser teams and them buds because
like
look,
Spain.
nobody expect Argentina to get blue. Everybody say okay, Argentina this game in their pocket.
I
You
don't think that
understand?
we counted them out necessarily, Cello. But I mean, coming into it, I mean, we would not have guessed that Argentina would have looked so lackluster. That what's his name, Latour Martinez would have lived offside. Who would have expected
I
all
wouldn't
that?
say lived outside. That was just great defending by Saudi Arabia.
Okay, all right. I mean, they did play the high line very well, and that's not something that we would have expected from Saudi Arabia coming in to the tournament. I mean, yes, Cello, you said don't count them out, but when before the game started, wouldn't you have said, okay, you know what, Argentina gonna win this game?
Yeah. I said Argentina was
Yeah,
gonna win
but
because we all
that's where we
expected okay. Because
I'm
Argentina has
listening.
so much quality players. So much quality
Mm,
players. We expect Argentina to just take control of this game and just do what they normally do. You understand? They started off very
right.
well. They get an early penalty. They get an early penalty. So everybody was like, okay, this is a good start. So Argentina will win with this game. But it didn't go to plan.
True they is saying last week I said Messi go missing in big tournament. He can't put Argentina on his back. I mean, I know we jump in groups right away, but it's fine. I personally think that Messi had a good game. I feel like the other players around him just didn't do much. I felt like
It was,
personally, he was too deep.
it was a
I
messy
wanted,
fault, man.
even if he was that deep, I felt like they needed like a Dybala to up in front of him to also pull those strings.
I wouldn't say it's that. They just needed to play faster because you could literally see the Saudi Arabia line step up and they
Yeah,
still pick the pass.
mm, that's fact. That's fact. So Memphis, your standout so far. Your surprise so far is Saudi Arabia. Moy, you just came back. I was asking them guys. Um, you've seen all the teams play so far. You've seen all the teams play so far. Anything, person, any team stand out to you? Surprise you?
I'll go with the same Saudi Arabia because I think that's the biggest upset of the tournament so far.
Told him that, yeah.
Because knowing, because even if that game was like what, let the stick lose Antiguan time, it was at 6 o'clock. Everybody's
Right.
probably up just before that time to see Messi play, and even if you're not going to see Messi win the World Cup, and even if you're a fan of Messi, I mean, you have to be you can't be angry about that result because that was good football on the day. Seeing Saudi Arabia with the early morning sharp 2-1, so yeah, you got to give them credit when it's due.
All right. All right. Celo, you go with Saudi Arabia as well
Yeah,
as the
yeah, that
surprise.
was that honestly. Bro, I tell you, I didn't even sleep that night. I stay up. I actually stay up. Real talk. I actually stay up and I say, okay, Messi got this one, yeah. Messi
Yeah.
got this one. When the
Especially
man
after they
scored,
went 1-0 up.
yeah,
I don't think. I mean, I know. I thought no way Saudi Arabia would come back in this. I thought Messi would have at least scored 3.
yeah. So a lot, as Moy said, a lot of people actually wake up early for this game. A lot of
Yeah.
people. Because when I go on Facebook, right, everybody was posting early, early, early. So that game was
Okay,
unexpected, man.
Memphis. Sorry to bring you down, but I'm
Bring
gonna
me
jump
down.
to I'm gonna jump to your group,
I
and
don't
because
see it.
just because of the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
is the Japan result a bigger upset or the Saudi Arabia result, which is a bigger upset?
Yeah, it depends because most of the Japanese players, I think, play in the Bundesliga, so to be accustomed to German style football. The only thing that you would say is surprising is that Germany didn't take none of those chances, and the Japanese keeper was
So
2018 there.
I think he had 4 saves in a row, innit?
Yeah. He made some good saves. He actually kept them in the game in the dying moments. He made a save, right? That was a brilliant save.
All right, let me just get into Benkai is saying that the result that wasn't a fluke win. I think that's what he's saying. That the Japan result wasn't a fluke win. And to your point, Memphis, I'm thinking that football in a whole now it seems to be leveling out, especially internationally, because you have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of players traveling here and playing in these major leagues. So I guess to Celo's point, you can't really look at these teams on paper and just say, okay, nah, that's not happening and that not happen. And these coaches just seem to be more tactically astute to challenge these bigger teams now. So I think that's why we're not seeing these teams, these bigger nations, just beating up on these little teams. This is smaller nations, I should say, in a football sense.
Yeah. Because like first half, Germany dominate the whole game.
Mm-hmm. And
Germany
the first
dominate
part
the
of the
whole
second
game.
half too.
And the first part of the second, and the coach like he just decide here, yeah. Either I'm gonna go for this year, or I'm gonna go for one Jano. Either two things now. And the sub and them, the man make the sub and them at the right time, then sub they just come on and change the game completely. And even
Like
remember
Tommy
about
has,
Germany no more. Serious.
Yeah,
When them
this one
the
keeps
man
saying Tommy.
Tommy has to change the
when the
game,
man
bro.
make them sub day. When the man make them sub day, and even remember Germany they play football no more. The man just completely turn over Germany.
But
Honestly.
Yeah,
yeah, but
man.
to be fair, right, for these as we calling them the lesser teams. So far I myself has been impressed because we normally see big teams versus little teams. And you're just looking at these little teams sitting back and absorbing pressure. Looking at some of these games, some of these teams are going for it and trying to take a chance and get wherever they can get. So, I mean, just like the Saudi Arabia game, I mean, I wouldn't really say that Japan, I mean, it's an upset losing to Germany, but I don't think we will talk about it that much because Japan, we want to really put Japan on the same class with Saudi Arabia. They're
Saudi
higher, and
Arabia,
from
yeah,
that
that's true.
region, we normally, as soon as you think about Asia, it's like Japan is basically the
Japan,
first
yeah.
one coming to mind.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. That's true.
And
yeah,
wasn't Japan in the knockout stages of the last World Cup?
yeah, and I think they normally do good. I
Yeah,
think,
then
think
yeah, then I always do good in the World Cup. That always
And
go toward a distance.
before I bring in Joe, good night, Joe. Before I bring in Joe, I gotta ask Memphis a question here. You feel
Mm-hmm.
as if your coach felt like the game was over already?
Yeah, because I see the man bring on Gertz. I'm like, what Gertz you do at
He's
this
just a
this age?
single old good, sir.
Dog, I sick it, dog. I can't believe the man some on Gertz.
Vintage, it's vintage.
This is not 23. Gertz hasn't played for Germany for 6 years.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
just randomly get called up for the World Cup.
I felt like he felt like the game was
But
done too. But
remember now, guys could be doing good in the Dutch league now.
Yeah, that's that Dutch league.
All right. Reggie Simon is saying, I'm finally back from my loan spell, lad. Biggest surprise for me is Japan and Germany. The blue lock is real.
Wow.
Um, Reggie continues. Also, Belgium fell off. I don't want to say Canada deserved to lose, but at some point they need to realize it's their
Ye-
own fault they
Yeah, why
lost.
is Davies
That's
taking a
true.
penalty
That's
when he's
so
never
so
scored a
true.
penalty in his life?
All right,
Don't
So true.
let's touch on that. Let's touch on
don't
that
mind
when we
me
pass
down.
more because Canada is my team. Moi
Yeah.
already said this from the start. I can't do his team. But I don't know what kind of fun it is because this man wake up at halftime and he feels like he gets shit.
Yo,
And
yo,
he feels like
yo.
he gets shit. But
No, but
the opening stages, sorry, there, Moi, the opening stages is Canada balling.
The whole
Canada
game.
was balling.
I mean, look at watching the game. I think everybody can attest to it. Like each person from Canada, every time they got a chance, they wanted to be the one. Be like, my name is in lights. Put scoring the first World Cup goal for Canada.
Yeah, I felt like that. But there was such a poor penalty from Davies, though.
He's never scored one.
Did he normally takes pen?
No, and
But
they have David on the field who scored 9 out of 12.
Wait, is Ting is the captain? Alfonso is the captain.
I think so.
Canada, yeah. Canada dropped the ball. Canada dropped the
but the
ball and
thing
that.
is, right, chap,
Go ahead, fellow.
he kick penalty against his teammate. A man that know he inside out. And the thing is, the man didn't even kick the penalty like he wanted to kick the penalty. And
Yeah,
then the
that's it.
rebound fall right back to you. The rebound fall right back to you, sky him now.
I felt like he should have just leave it for the other man who was running out.
It's not. He skied the rebound or the rebound came back to him, I believe. And there was somebody else that ran in and kicked the ball and skied the ball. Had they not kicked the ball and left it to him, he would have tapped it right back into the goal because it came right back to him. But somebody else ran on and sky it. But
There was a
the play itself
controversial
was poor.
there was a controversial part of the game there where I think Hazard the ball came off of Hazard and went back to the Canada player who was in an offside position, but because it came off of Hazard, they were saying it's not supposed to be offside, but the referee already flagged.
I
That's
mean,
why VR wasn't able to check it.
came
Yeah.
off was played by Hazard.
I think it was
Is it-
played by Hazard. That's what he
Oh,
looked
okay.
at me. Hazard, yeah, because it Hazard go to the bar. It wasn't deflection. But he saw that. He saw it differently.
Yeah, I heard that talking too because I heard the referee itself was saying that because he was saying that it should be awarded a penalty, but because Hazard touched it, but then they was looking at if something was offside or not, and VAR didn't check it, so they can't really say anything else about it.
All right. Joe, I was asking the fellas about their surprises because you've seen every team played now. Um, what's your surprise? Are you surprised by anything? Maybe the quality. Maybe we had what? Maybe 3-0 draws. Yeah.
Um,
Just are you surprised by anything so far? Having
I think
seen
I
all
think
the
that,
teams,
I think everybody the biggest surprise for everybody was the same. Saudi Arabia,
Saudi Arabia.
Argentina.
Okay.
Yo, and by the way, 'cause I was listening before I hopped on the show. Come on, just call out Cello. Because I hear when you ask Memphis how far you think Saudi Arabia will go, and Cello was saying no, he not like that. And then he just rule out people. You know
Right.
what and whatnot. But now this saying how you may rule out Ateta.
Oh,
Oh
my
Come
my
God.
on,
Man.
remind me.
We are
My
not
God.
international. We're talking about international football here, man. Come on, don't do this, man. Don't do this, man.
My
Rule out,
God.
rule out
My God.
Yeah, but the surprise, yo, and even as well to add to the surprise, Canada, I was surprised at how wasteful they were because they had a ridiculous amount of shots. They had a lot of opportunities, and they were, to be honest, honestly, surprise. My biggest surprise was that goal today from Richarlison. Yeah, that's my biggest surprise of this whole tournament.
You gonna
Because
make Shaq cry? Stop
I
it.
was on Twitter about 10 seconds before that saying that Richarlison has been a passenger, but commend him for the instinct to have been able to get the rebound shot. Because at the end of the day, you still have to be in the right position and have the instinct to get onto the ball. Similar to Eddie, right? If you want thing, Milky Eddie, he very instinctive. He has striker instinct, but he ain't good enough. But no Eddie slander. So anyways, so now me then open Twitter, tweet away, that Richarlison, can take a sub. And for me as well, I thought Rafinha was poor. And then about 10 seconds later, we see the man score the goal. No man could tweet and apologize.
Well, Joe, I don't know why you had to apologize. I saw your apology, but I don't know why. When I saw it, I was like, "What Joe do that for?" Because
I mean,
I mean, he miscontrolled the ball. He had to
You
improvise.
still on this? Oh,
No, I mean I don't think. Well,
So
here's
you
what.
think you pick him up?
No. But here's what. Here's my thing, Shaq. Even if he miscontrolled the ball, the instinct to know, okay, this is what we need to do now, and not just that, he caught it very well.
My place that in the corner,
So
popping,
you have to commend him for the quick thinking. Well, even if
I
it was
commend the finish. I commend the finish.
Yeah, it
But
was a
being
great finish.
purist, just control the ball
I'm
properly, sir.
purist.
Like you were taught at age 6.
Yeah,
Control
man.
the ball
He
properly
just
and
hating
swivel,
because the man play for Spurs.
and swivel and
And
score
because he
the
started
goal.
over Jesus.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
here's my thing, Shaq. I have a second runner up for surprise,
Mhm.
which was when Ghana scored their second goal.
I didn't see those goals yet, I haven't seen those yet.
The
Come on, let's
celebration.
celebrate. No joke.
celebration.
Oh,
Like
the
that.
man is
Yeah,
CR7.
because me see brother man run off. So me say, boy, grab the ball and grab the ball. Me see the man run off and not the run out the celebration.
But in fairness to Joe, your comment on mentality tonight, we don't see that now.
Yeah.
But in fairness to him, though, he probably won't score another World Cup goal again.
He probably
True.
won't play
That's
again.
fair. He might even play
Especially
again.
after that.
Do you remember his name, Joe?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I don't.
See?
I don't.
But remember that the man from Ghana that do the Ronaldo celebration. Yo, the man is living it up. The man probably won't even go to Qatar again, dog.
Oh my days.
I can't in the comments. He said, any thoughts on the obscene amount of extra time we're getting in these games? We're going to touch on that right now.
I love it.
Also,
I like
kind
it.
of nice to see everyone back from the hiatus. He's laughing. I hope at the end of the season, Fellow flies out to England to big up Arteta personally. The good thing about that, he won't have to fly out.
England celebrate now.
He won't have to fly out. Vinicius was also a bit lacking in this game. I feel so too.
Yeah,
I think it was a miscontrol, but if that's true, that made the moment and the shot even better. And finally, Iñaki should have scored. Heartbreaking. All right, I can't said a lot this. Let me just go back up and yeah, let's touch on this one. Before we go to the group, let's touch on this one. I feel like we getting our money's worth. Stop waste time for the people in them field. A footballer I want to watch.
Amen.
Yeah.
I think the same thing too.
Like who would have thought Brazil would have wasted the least amount of time this whole tournament?
Yeah, they
surprisingly weren't rolling around the place.
They had 7, and Neymar was the most fouled player in the tournament so far.
Usual settings.
Some of the it's similar to soccer, right? I understand that. I don't understand, because there it is, you're making the game so much softer in terms of a lot of other aspects of it, like your penalty calls and so on, like sometimes the kind of things you call as handball, all these things. But then at the same time, these players like your Sakas and your Neymars and, these players that will run at defenders and constantly get, your Zahas and so on, constantly get kicked and fouled the way they do. You're kind of painting an image that they're too soft.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time you're not calling the fouls. Even if you do call the foul, like how much time can a man get kicked before somebody gets a booking? You have 2 captains on the field. You talk to the captain and the captain lets him know, hey, like, you need to get your players under control. Things like that. Because I felt like in the game today, Neymar got a ton of hard challenges on him. And even when he was coming out the second half, he was the last person to come on the field. And he didn't look 100%. So I didn't even know. I feel like at the same time, you can't decide which part of the game you want to make soft, but then still at the same time, still not call these things because you think that the calls are soft, when you can clearly see that a lot of the challenges were rash.
But okay, fair point, Joe. But on the whole, how do you see? How do you and the rest of the panel? How do you guys feel about the refereeing on a whole for the tournament so far?
Overall, I don't have a problem with it now, because for one reason, there has been a certain level of consistency. So it's either all the calls are consistently bad, all the calls are consistently good. And
but they consistent.
personally, I can live with that. Because if me see you get the same bad call 3 games in a row, we can't have a cuss with you. Because everybody got dealt the same
Everybody
hand.
has the same.
You understand? But no, and because then even the offsides with the automated offside system, yo, not even your conscience can offside. Cause that is the call. But I can live with that because at least I know it's going across the board.
Yeah.
You understand? So I find, and then again, right, it's not really hard to impress me as it relates to refereeing when you watch the Premier League every weekend, if you're being honest.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I don't find the refereeing that bad.
Joe, you come in here, you're slinging tonight, man. You just have bad up everybody's everything. You come with agenda tonight, bro. But guys, let's just jump to sorry. Let's just look at Group A. Netherlands out in front. I feel like this. Do you think that there'll be any upset in this group based on what you see? Qatar is in fourth, Senegal is in third, Ecuador second, and Netherlands third. I feel like Netherlands and Ecuador will just come out of that group. I don't feel like there won't be any upset. Fair
Yeah.
enough, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't feel like anything there to
Netherlands
talk
and
about.
Ecuador, man.
Yeah, and then England, Wales, USA, and Iran. Now, let's just spare a moment. You know, Joe, you have the floor. You talk about England. And you know what I'm asking you to do.
Well, listen. I'm happy to talk about England. You know, I feel like to be honest, although Spain had a great game, you know, them man, not even a great game, them man playing for fun. But despite all of that, for me, I still feel like England might have had the best performance so far,
Round one.
in my opinion, because I don't know, like it's between them and Spain because I think that their overall performance was real good. You know, like okay, here's the only difference I see with the England performance and the Spain performance is the fact that okay, one kept a clean sheet, cool, fair enough, but at the same time too, Spain was just more clinical because England also created a lot of chances and just didn't put them in the back of the net. But their football was very free flowing, and it was a lot more attacking than what you're accustomed to under Gareth Southgate. You understand? It could be because of the opponent. I don't know. Could be because of that. But
I could be because of soccer.
I could just thank you. I was about to get. I could just be because of the fact that had a little chilly on the field
Boy.
and decide for one for them. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think so far Bukayo Saka, I know it's only one game, has been England's best player. You know.
Best player.
I see my boy as well, Sterling. You know, me a fan. I've always been a Raheem Sterling fan, just based on the fact that he has Jamaican heritage. You know, shout out the Caribbean, and
That's all.
I've always said that Raheem Sterling for England is a baller. Doesn't matter how poor his farm is. Every time that man puts on an English shirt, he's a different gravy. Similar to what my friend was telling me about Richarlison today. The man said, yo, he didn't rate Richarlison, but whenever Richarlison put on that Brazil shirt, it's a different baller. So I can respect that. It's the same thing for me with Sterling. So England don't look bad. I think England have a better chance of getting far than a lot of people think. When we saw the injuries and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just to watch and see, how the whole thing goes. But Brazil is still my team, and Brazil remain the favorites.
All right. More go ahead. Yeah, before I ask it, yeah, you go ahead, more.
I have to say one thing. I don't like how Joe left out my boy name. He should have mentioned Jack Grealish too, because Grealish scored a lovely tap in. You need to give Grealish some credit for that lovely tapping goal.
Memphis going to chime in. So before Memphis chimes in, more, Rashford scored in his third touch with 3 touches in the game. Let's just say that. This is a shout out, Rashford.
Yo, Joe.
It was a tiny finish too.
I like the fact that Joe tried class Spain performance with England performance.
Hold on, Cello. We coming there. I'm gonna give you a floor. I'm gonna give you a platform, Cello. Speak about it.
Just to say, it's not no shade.
Speak about your Spain. But what I want to ask you fellas quickly, do we see between yeah, it's probably between Wales and USA. Because they played each other, and the game was. I enjoyed the game. Gareth Bale with a late penalty
The
there.
penalty.
Do you see? Who do you see coming out of the group just based on their performance? So I
Don't tell
think,
her we come out of this group, you know.
England and Iran.
Whoever
Go on,
can
tell
take a
man.
point off England because they drew with each other and they're probably gonna get 3 points from Iran. So it's whoever can take some off England.
and
And
okay, fair point, Memphis. And who do
that-
you think will do that?
I
Me
feel like
believe Wales boy.
the US.
Honestly,
the
probably
US
US
that way.
because Wales didn't look all that.
Yeah,
I
they
feel
did.
more like the US. Hmm.
They did not at all. So I think it's probably England one and USA two.
US. I agree. I agree. Um. Okay. USA. I can't question them. USA never deserve anything. Hope they finish bottom. Wow.
Is it Akani American?
The something is coming home.
Um. Spain makes Ferran Torres and Gavi look like some of the best players to ever play the sport.
They
I
played
think
custom.
they deserve the nod for that.
I stop do that and say who them play no man. I stop do
Me,
that no man.
yeah,
I like when I do that job.
Yo, I don't even
Messi
think
play
it has
against
anything to do with
Argentina play
who.
against a nobody team job.
Yeah,
I
no,
stop do
Sally,
that
you're
no
right.
man.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with who they played. No, I keep telling people I respect Luis Enrique for a particular reason. It doesn't matter how big your name is. It doesn't matter how well you're performing for your individual team. If the style of football he wants to play, you do not fit it, he is not selecting you. And me can
Simple.
respect that.
Yeah,
Yo,
Rodri at
Joe.
centre back.
Yeah,
But
I
just
can
let me say,
respect.
Joe, the man, what we look like a natural centre back behind it. What we
Yeah,
just sit
look
in
good.
behind it look, and look good. I mean,
Yeah,
I what we fan now. You know, me, but
Asensio
yeah, but
was
just,
big false nine.
Asensio was balling.
yeah,
What do you
Yo,
mean?
that game gave me. You remember when Barcelona just began to catch form under Luis Enrique
Yeah.
in terms of the movement of the football? Yeah, that's the vibe. And I was looking at the stat that apparently they had like 976 passes in the game.
The most
Yeah.
passes ever in a
Plus the
football.
that was total domination, man.
It was
And
Right.
against
about
Coach.
who them play against, man. And about who them play against now. The
You
man
know,
them
one
quality.
good when even Morata score.
Regardless of Costa Rica, Ferran Torres especially stands out when he's playing for the national team, which he could
That's true.
channel
That's true.
for the club.
That's
Yeah,
true.
when he come to Arsenal, he challenge it, man. Don't worry.
Huh?
And he do what?
Don't
You
talk to
want
me.
more waste, man.
You can
But
see what
me
you want.
Arsenal in
Oh,
talk to people. Arsenal
I
in
don't
talk to Barcelona
I
FIFA.
don't
You
think
know.
he's a complete waste, man. I don't think he's a complete waste, man.
would
You know, I
fit
don't
our
understand.
team
The
like
man
Yeah.
linked with ourselves with Shaq said that though. When he was playing for
Yeah.
City, dog.
Yo,
Different
Ferran is not
story.
good, dog. Ferran is a
Oh,
waste, man.
A
Yeah,
different story.
Ferran, to say if you, as Joe Felix, me really want, but that ain't big money.
It's Joe Felix I want.
Yeah.
I love Joe Felix. And we can take Rodrigo De Paul too. And Gavi is just
Rodrigo De Paul to do it.
Kante. What do you mean? The man's a
You
good
see the
player.
man versus Saudi Arabia?
But people behave like we've never seen a player like this
No.
before.
Party get old. Rodrigo the Park can come in and do the thing.
I can think of it savage though. Team of the thing.
The keeper.
No. What? Yo, the keeper they can kick far over there. This is why they can't play over school. When the man kick it oh yeah to the 80-yard back.
Yeah.
That man kick far.
I hear the reason them man they get about 8 today now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, after Neymar come off board, that man start pepping you going on.
You know, it's like Alexander
Group
hit the post, dog.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
ball was moving. The ball was moving. Group D with France. I don't see. I mean, Tunisia, Denmark, and Australia. Nobody has really stood out. I'm waiting to see. You know,
You
France
know
was
who stood out?
Giroud.
No, Mbappe.
Stood out for what?
You stood out for what?
You mean Rabiot?
No,
I
true.
mean,
Many.
Yeah,
If it's not
Rabiot was
Mbappe, it's true.
balling,
Many.
man.
No, I was looking at.
Rabiot was balling, man. Rabiot
I was
had
looking-
a very good game.
Yep.
I was looking at Mbappe, and this is what it's probably like what we like seeing with Saka, Joe and Cello.
Yeah, why does everything come back to Saka?
When he gets the ball,
Mhm.
his first he's just thinking, I'm going to beat you. And it don't look like any man hitting that number he talk can stop it.
There was an Australian defender that gave a quote after the game, and he was like, it's evident why Mbappe makes the amount of money he does, and he is where he is versus him, because the man said, listen, if you just breathe for a second too long, he's gone. That's it. It's a wrap.
I saw that. Watching the game, you saw that. I loved it.
Yeah,
That game, Mbappe scored hat-trick in that game. Mbappe missed actually 2 balls in front of the goal. In front of the goal.
Yo, but the thing is, Mbappe has been doing that forever. Like, I keep telling y'all that, no. Yo, Mbappe misses a lot of goals, no.
He does. He does.
Goal, no.
He does. But I don't know, boy. This man,
He's just
Olivier, Juru.
Yeah, I mean, Jude is a baller now.
I always have love for Jude, as well. And unless the only how I would probably start with Jude if he goes Spurs. But I'll always rate. Apart from that,
didn't he go to Chelsea and score a winning goal in the final against us?
Yeah, that's fine.
We didn't score the winner.
It's not like he tried to force him. It's not like he tried to force him over anything. We let him go. That's perfectly fine.
I like Van Persie.
Dude.
It's not like if he went. Well, it's not like if he went to Piers Morgan or something. It's not. Wow. Truda have a question. Truda has a question. Let's jump down. Would you say Jude is in the same? What? Okay, let me read the question before I react. Would you say Jude is in the same class as Henry? One World Cup, Champions League, etc. Also on the same amount of goals, and he is still playing. When you put it like that, is a fair question.
Not in the same class as Henry.
We're talking about as a French striker,
heavily underrated.
Overall,
in terms of accomplishment,
as a French striker, attack overall.
I feel it's in terms of accomplishment because you look at Giroud's TV. Giroud's TV stuff.
No. And not just does Giroud do a lot. Giroud scores a lot of winning goals. A lot of
world-class goals too.
Yeah, honestly speaking, is one of
the top player, yes, right? You want top player, yes, but for the unwinning level, top player, yes, but not on the unwinning level.
Remember, Henry was hampered by because I think back then the French squad was still built around Zidane, even though he was aging. Because I saw something about that. They didn't really like each other because Henry wanted the team built around him, but he was built around Zidane.
He was built around Zidane, yeah.
So he could have probably gotten more goals, but Zidane the main man.
They get me wrong, Shop. At the time when Henry Pepper fans, like, Henry had a lot of stars playing inside him. A lot of stars. So, not just Henry. You got Henry, you have Zidane, you have Perez, just call them. Will Tour, just call a lot of stars. You understand? No, back then game to now is different. You understand? The game more faster now.
What I don't want, because to everybody who's listening, I don't want to feel like I'm just discrediting Giroud because as if he hasn't accomplished anything. Because he has. But then I guess we are more looking at it from the sense that we've seen Henry, and Henry by himself can just change a game. He can pick up the ball and change a game. I don't feel like Giroud is in that class, which is why I think that we're saying that he's in that class with Henry. But in terms of accomplishment, they probably can't be separated.
And then also, look at it, right? Let me put it this way. I think Giroud is one of the best as it relates to his skill set. Because he doesn't have no ton of pace. He's not this extremely flashy player, but he will give you a little flick here and there and whatnot. But Giroud is one of those players that he has the basics and he knows how to make the best of it. And he does a very good job at it. Yeah, Jack? And because you can't really compare with Giroud versus Henry. Henry that play wing, or Henry that play striker, or Henry that can take up the ball in the penalty box down there and run through the whole field. And not just because of his dribbling ability, but because of the pace that he has. Giroud can't do that. So even that for me, I find it to be an unfair comparison. But what I will say is that, and I've always said this, is that I think personally that Giroud has always been and still is heavily underrated because he ain't
And I
good. He ain't
That's
good
true.
striker. He ain't good footballer.
I feel like Giroud was at Arsenal at the wrong time too.
Yeah,
So
because
I
he had
feel like
no. It's not even at the wrong time. I believe Giroud was at Arsenal.
we didn't play to him, to his strength.
We did not. So it's not even too much of him at the wrong time. It's more of the coach. To be honest, Wenger have to get like a slander for that because I remember watching games where, well, remember when we bought in Lacazette. I remember watching games where we'd start Giroud, right, and we would be playing the ball to Giroud's foot, expecting him to turn in those tight spaces and all that. Sometimes he would, sometimes he'd pull it off, right? But you will see Giroud running and putting his hand up, target man style, calling for the ball. Because what is one of the things that Giroud is best at? I don't think you can list 5 players respectfully in football right now that is as good as bringing the ball down and holding it up like Giroud.
That's true. That's true, Joe.
Making
His
something
depth
out of it.
touches.
Yeah, and actually
That's
making
true.
something out of it, right? And we know that's his strong point. But how we walk and play tiki-taka football, or a force ball in upon the man foot. The man can't not with him. And then, in the 75th minute, when go sub Giroud and bring in Lacazette, and the man then go up on a crossing spree.
You're right. You're right.
Sense?
You're right. We sold Giroud, and all of a sudden, Arsenal start cross the ball to 5'9" Lacazette.
You understand? So things like that, man. Things like that.
Akani's saying also Dembele is still a promising young player. Once he gets his shot down, everybody gonna be saying Mbappe. Ooh, that's a boy. He's a baller. Nah,
I mean, a lot of people were saying Mbappe, who before Dembele went to Barcelona and decided he wanted to play FIFA instead of go to man training.
yeah. A man's a professional. Kofi, big up yourself. Good night. Akani saying, well, to be fair, it feels more like players of our generation are choosing to stick around for longer. I get it, how they take care of the body, the science and the technology. But Solo, we come to your Group E. You are tied on points with Japan. Before you get into your analysis of your 7-0 trouncing of Costa Rica, do you think that Japan can hold that second position, or I think it's just a matter of time before Germany finds their feet and challenges? Because you have them next.
Well, honestly, I don't count out Germany out of it.
Better not, because you know we'll come back here for you.
Listen, I don't count out Germany, but when we done with Germany, no, we're good for them. When they go after me, don't smash them. At home, them go when me don't smash them.
Because sorry to cut you there, sir. Because if you beat Germany and Japan even gets a draw versus Costa Rica, that's it. Germany
That's
gone.
what I tell you. That's what I'm telling you. So after me don't smash Germany, I pack Germany. By then, they don't start pack them suitcase because they don't know the outcome of this game.
Wait, Memphis is what going on here. German efficiency.
Man, big man.
Talk to me, man. Memphis.
Havertz getting deported. All them Bundesliga players for Japan outside. Especially Endo, who's been the best CDM in the Bundesliga for the last 2 years. He outside.
All right. I can't say if Germany make it a physical game, they can get a result against Spain. Our players
that
are
too.
physically lacking.
Like where was why Goretzka come on in the second half?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna play a false 9, put Muller up there.
Yeah, I was like, Havertz.
Shaq, you have to remember now. Me can change from a system if me want now. Because me till I'm out there now. So me can change from a system if me want now. So what them talk about physical battle like me not no physical man in the my team. Me not like that no. Me feel disrespected. Physical? No, but me a physical man in my team to me feel disrespected.
You probably gonna put on Eric Garcia.
Me a man that can play physical football too.
quality in a
Sir,
shot.
Gassi, you can't get a game in that team. Mate.
And I
Right
laugh.
now,
It's Spain,
Spain
make
had
it
touch
Rodri,
man that will kill
sir,
them man with agility. No matter how
Rod,
physical them, plenty them physical man. You're not there one sharp turn and he take them about
yeah,
half
then,
an hour.
yeah, that's it for them.
But come
When
back up.
is this game? When you are playing Memphis?
It's not Saturday.
Saturday.
Ooh,
Yeah,
is
they
it
have
Sunday?
Yeah,
Is
as
Saturday?
me tell you, shot,
Saturday.
That's
as
good.
me tell you, shot, Rodri position don't seal right there here. Nobody can move Rodri from that position. Then. Not even
Oh,
Ferran Torres on the bench can come on for take Rodri spot. Now Rodri look solid right there.
Paul
He
Torres.
can match
Paul
it. Now.
Torres.
Paul
Mm.
Torres, me mean. Paul Torres.
Yeah.
Rodri and
Timo
Malmo
is
look solid
injured.
together.
Also in Germany backside, wearing team not in the team.
Literally
I
a
can't
week
agree with
before
that.
the World Cup, the man twisted ankle.
Didn't
Man,
even
Morata is not physical and he lives outside more than Laturo.
didn't
Uh,
even realize that Enrique just give Pep on ton of idea. Me want to know my DS nigga drop no.
What's more likely, Stella freezing or Memphis predicting right that Cameroon will win the World Cup? And as soon as the match, we bring up the comments, Stella drop out.
I mean, a Cameroonian
You
did
know,
score, you know.
but in
Oh,
all
God.
A
fairness,
Cameroonian did score.
I'm not
Um,
even ruling
the
out
the guy
Spain.
from Switzerland, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Going
Cameroonian.
born. Yeah.
Mbolo.
Yeah, I can't remember the name. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So we look forward to that. I
We linked
think
with that guy when we linked with him like last
yeah,
season.
for years, man. For
Yeah.
years. I think group E gonna be an interesting one. Let's see, what's Group F? Group F is it Croatia, Morocco, and Canada. I feel like Canada just threw away the whole tournament yesterday, just in
No.
one game.
Then
The
the other game
Morocco
draw.
looks good. Yeah, it draw, but Morocco looks good against Croatia.
Yeah, they did.
Morocco looks good against Croatia, so I'm feeling like Morocco will probably beat Canada. Croatia will beat Canada.
I
But then
wouldn't say so for certain.
who Canada playing now?
How do I see that? 25.
Because for how Belgium played, they look like they might
Canada got
lose.
Croatia next.
Canada has Croatia next, right? And
That's L.
that's my not necessarily. Well, yeah, I don't think it would have been an L under natural circumstances. But when you just no for real, because I think if the only difference is if they had finished the shots, they would have probably won the game by a big margin. But here's my thing with that: when your coach is going to go say on live TV that you deserve to be here and that we're basically going to go destroy,
Yeah.
that
Canada and Morocco.
you're going to destroy Madrid and them. Just gave the man and them even more reason to play. So Canada probably outside, to be honest.
I feel like Canada outside. Moy, is there any hope for Canada?
100% football is done on the day. We don't say it's done until the final, until the lady sings, you know?
Belgium also looks very weak. Is Lukaku that important or is Batshuayi just that bad?
Hopefully you wake up before the final.
I wouldn't even say it's Batshuayi because
Yeah, I don't feel
the
like
rest
that.
of the team just look old and slow.
It looked flat.
Yeah, it does.
It did look flat. Like they needed a spark. I was hoping. I mean, was watching the game. I was hoping that Hazard did something special. But just
Hazard is his head.
Even KDB just didn't look like KDB. I guess he was looking for Haaland.
Yeah.
Haaland.
He said that himself now because he got the man of the match award and he said he was surprised that he even got it.
I saw that.
But at the same for then Thief, then give Ronaldo man of the match award. Why Ronaldo get man of the match award for his celebration? Because me not understand. João Felix had a great game, and as much as sometimes I cry about Bruno ball nowhere today, and then the man give Ronaldo man of the match. That was shocking.
Because it's Ronaldo.
He got man of the match for his interview with Piers Morgan. Because he passed like United and all United.
No, it's probably because it's for the performance before the match. Remember, he was crying, so probably for that. I don't really think that.
All
You
right, so
see,
that's sympathy
let me
award.
tell you, do not let Ronaldo hear this because y'all will not be his friends tomorrow.
That's perfectly fine.
Hey, the man look for the heel, man, when you see them by the field. The sky.
Wow.
Um, also, it looks like the players don't operate on the same wavelength as
Because
KD.
they can't move like KDB. They're all old
Kaku
and slow.
is trash of late. Munchie is here. He says Spanish man here.
Yeah.
And he says, Kanye says he might be too ingrained in the Guardiola way. And he's asking me for something. I won't be here, and you throwing shade at KDB with that Haaland comment.
Who's that shade?
I said he was Haaland. Oh, what did you say?
How was that shade? No, I went from finding Holland to finding Batshuayi who can't control the ball.
Crazy.
You shady, Munchie. You
The
shady.
path is ridiculous.
You shady. Okay. So guys, we at this is what? This is group G with Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, and Serbia. I feel like this is gonna be a very tough group. Because yes, Brazil and Switzerland won one day opening game. I think that Serbia on another day can cause trouble. That is my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think they looked good up until because really and truly, Brazil didn't really go into that second game until Richarlison got that first goal. No, that's when they started to like go in game and started to really
Look
attack.
fluid, yeah.
Yeah, that's when they started to really catch themselves. But before that, Serbia was playing good. Honestly speaking, they were playing real good. But
if it's one thing,
mm,
them man, they're wild boy.
yeah, that may say King Man, see the kind of tackle some of them man throw after Neymar.
Them man combative. You know, be nice.
Yeah, but
That
I didn't
man
even
be
know. I didn't even know that what a clown name that ended up and go Juventus. I didn't even know is he come from.
That the
Who
man
you
that
calling
play
a
for
clown?
Fulham. The man that play for Fulham, I put one man. I put the man that selling me one
Time
car
out,
buy for 80 million.
time out,
Yeah,
time out,
you
time
check.
out. Time out, time out, time out. I won't have you.
Wait,
I won't have you.
Vlahovic.
thing? Yeah.
We're not gonna sit here and act like Vlahovic not injured.
I mean, you can make the same point for Mitrovic, innit?
Yeah,
Alright,
so
thank
who has the worst injury?
Oh, worth
The
it.
person who's been playing fit or the person who's been out?
The two of them declared fit. That's why they play. That's why they played.
Wow.
Field New Jersey today, right?
Plus, Vlahovic would have scored the bicycle if
Vlahovic with on the field with the haircut look like he try audition for the Punisher series by Netflix. Instead he come to the man here football.
This guy. I mean, Serbia was the Punisher today. Just look at Neymar, uncle.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
That's nice.
Joe, you're a resident Brazil fan.
There.
Y'all gonna get through the group, especially because if Neymar is out, then you should play Gatti or Martinelli.
I'm not worried. Matil had the best team in the tournament.
And you have two of the best players in the World Cup.
You understand? Listen, so much me even start them, man. But let's tell them when they had a school.
Let me tell them more than them now. I will have Martinelli for prime time there.
Bro, Martinelli come on, right? And Martinelli first attack. Martinelli a ball roll the man down the line. I ain't know if for step in, if not for step in. You check?
The man just looks scared. The man just looks scared. If he's right there, he's right. But Joe, yeah, Neymar. But I mean, yeah, you're saying you're not worried. But Neymar be a big miss though.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, 1 second.
All right, let me throw in some of these comments. Meanwhile, Dale, let me talk about Dale. Munchie said, Serbia is my dark horse. Just reminding people. I don't think they really had too much going forward. They defended extremely well though. To lose 2-0 and tell the whole story.
Yeah, they defended well.
At more them. Would you swap Grealish with Richarlison at City? We can see how good Richarlison is in a good. Don't Munchie here. Munchie, I'm trying to get Munchie taking this. Look this.
I mean,
not swap. Not swap. Give plus money.
Yo.
I don't know get more rattles.
Can you not bring up Monty, man? Because that's just ridiculous. and everybody has a purpose in their team. Okay, Grealish might not be to get goals and assists, but he helped get Cancelo's game improvement up and get him up the field. Okay.
But we should sell jersey, you know. I mean, again, I don't know.
Yeah, that me say. And hear this now. The star boy play for England and he come on the field and can't score. And the waste man that on
Wait,
bench Man City
Star
come on.
boy, Star boy.
Stop,
Who
boy.
use
What
the
you
words?
talking about?
Who are using the words to keep for the buds?
I am throwing shots at Foden. Just funny. I'm still a lover of Foden, but
The team of the season
I'm just
nominee.
throwing
Team,
shots
this
at
is
Foden.
nobody.
That me say. And Grealish score a goal. Imagine that. The 100 million weeks.
He still
Okay,
has
so
it.
boy, would you swap Grealish with Richarlison?
No. Where Richarlison is going to play.
I mean,
I
the
mean,
same.
he went to Spurs and nobody knows where he gonna play.
Exactly.
Listen, that didn't stop him, anything.
No, but to be honest, no, Richarlison is the only reason Spurs not further down the table and them are out the Champions League, no.
And the man kill me today, but
Tool.
Brazil have too much quality going forward. It's unfortunate that Neymar might miss a lot of the rest of the yet another World Cup, but I'm not convinced it hurts their team too much.
Agreed.
Showing shade. Vinny on his day can win games, especially if they start Gabby J instead of Richarlison, which he played a good game, but Jesus is clear.
Jesus isn't playing for Brazil though.
Richie played a good game. I can't see. Richie played a good game, but Jesus is clear. But
Yeah.
Jesus is playing club football, but for
I just
Brazil,
want to make sure that's what the Carney said, that Jesus.
Memphis, they can't be so biased.
He's
They
on
can't
tired
be
to
so-
the goal.
Because really and truly,
Alright.
the two goals that Richarlison got today came out to nothing. Even the first goal, before that, Richarlison was a passenger in the game. No, like somebody like a Jesus, no, gives Rafinha more space to run in behind, gives what's his name more space, Vinny more space to run in behind. He also takes some of the pressure off of Neymar, so Neymar doesn't have to be so ball dominant.
Yeah.
Like all bias
Yeah, but
aside,
Vinny and
even-
Richarlison
even-
still got him
even
behind and they
subtracting
ain't
the
do
goals. Even subtracting the goal aspect of it, what he brings to the game, that is my only problem with Richarlison. No. I don't have a problem with the guy. No, I actually rate him somewhat. You check
At
most
Watford,
times I just don't like his attitude. But I know he's talented. You check. But overall, in terms of what you bring to the game, like, come on, man, let's be real here. Yeah?
The difference between me, it's a difference.
United hat.
Richarlison, man.
We're on international duty. Take off your Manchester United hat and let's talk some football, please.
No, but
That's
even
not
if what
Don't
I'm
really
saying
care.
is no, hush. What I'm saying is Richarlison gonna be in the middle. Jesus going all over the place. Richarlison would be there to put it in the net. I feel that's
We're
why
saying he
he
all
would
over the
play for Brazil. Because he gonna always be there to try and get the
Yeah, but
the
what I'm
shot
saying
off.
is it takes the pressure off of Neymar, like I said, to make Neymar less ball dominant. And technically, that space where Richarlison is, because Richarlison just stays there. Neymar, that's the space Neymar typically likes to operate in. You try to play like a 1-2 football and get in there. No, he's now forced because of the setup to just provide the passes and just move the football and basically link everything up. With the Jesus now dropping in shot, Neymar know he can give Jesus the ball and then go occupy the space and get the ball back. You understand? The fluency of the football for me is better with
The
Jesus.
question is he gonna get the ball back? Because Jesus down the right wing like he not playing strike and crossing the ball to nobody.
But that's not his fault, though. If I make a run in the right channel and I receive the ball, I'm squaring up my man. Why players not making runs from midfield? I mean, we see Ramsey made a whole career out of runs like those.
Same thing, but look for Martinelli today. Martinelli did the ball roll, take his time, draw the defender down the line, kill he, and then play the ball across the box, and there was nobody in there. And the ball went
Shouldn't that have
straight
been Gabby Gab?
Yes. You see?
No,
Richarlison would have been there.
No, Memphis, I think you're thinking, we're not saying that Richarlison don't serve a purpose. He has a purpose. But we're saying in an alternate world, we think that Gabby Jesus could be a bit more beneficial especially in a game like today, because I feel like the Serbian defenders just had to stand there and mark Richardson because he was just always right in front of them. Gabby Jesus would
He
pull
was
them out of
occupying the
position.
space, and look how many times Rafinha got in through the channel in between the centre back and the left back.
Okay, and
It's
I
just
like
that Rafinha's garbage.
I like the fact that you made that point, because if you think that Rafinha had the space on many occasions today, I think we're saying that if Gabby Jesus would have been there, multiply those chances by 2.
Yeah, it creates more
Because
space
of the way,
because of the way he
Gabby
plays. Especially when you play against teams that are going to play with a low block.
He still had the space, and there was still somebody in the middle to get the ball.
Okay, Richarlison.
Okay, so
Memphis are difficult man for
It is
argue
good
with,
to
right?
hear this, right? It's okay. It's okay.
Memphis can turn a liar.
Richarlison,
It's
number
okay.
one. No, the
So
thing
what
is
if-
though, they only argued over for Jesus because he played for Arsenal. That's my only thing.
No,
If Jesus didn't play for Arsenal, they wouldn't care. No? They
No,
wouldn't care.
I'm actually not arguing for him because of the Arsenal aspect of it, to be honest. It does play a part because consistently he was not he was not playing.
That's not funny. That's not funny. I do not.
Guy,
I do not see humor in this.
black that guy in the comments after the channel. Black that guy in the comments.
When Barwin Spencer will be Prime Minister, I don't even know who much remember.
Damn, you telling the back nobody. He also the back man City back Spain.
They munch you back Liverpool in the silence. but as me say,
Come
the thing
again,
is, right,
Monty.
Memphis, it does play a part because he's only been playing as the number 9 role this much at Arsenal, right? So much so that a lot of persons always thought, like, for example, he was going to be the next number 9, the Aguero replacement. But then I watch Pep play the man on the wing every game. You understand? So remember when he came to Arsenal, one of the biggest headlines was people basically saying that they honestly don't think he would be good in that number 9 role. And the man come in and he does a good job there. And like I said, what it is the ability to still impact the game even when you're not the one scoring.
I think a lot of that we just said there just now, Joe, because I think Gabriel Jesus had given an interview in Brazil, and he was saying that he prefers to play on the wing.
On the wing, yeah.
But I felt like he said that because of the pressure he was facing at Manchester City. With a limited time he was getting, and he wasn't always translating to goals. The amount of goals that they would have wanted to score. He felt like playing on the wing is just less pressure for me. Let me not have that burden on my shoulder. But he's coming to Arsenal and he's showing, okay, you know what? I can do the job. I keep telling you guys, I think gone are the days where we look to our number 9s as sole goal scorers only. I think that the football has evolved enough now that players are just there to see how best they can fit the system to get the desired result, which is to win matches.
Yeah, fair. But take nothing away from it, right? But I still give if I'm Brazil coach, obviously I give Richarlison the nod for the next game based on what he did today, 100%.
Of course.
Yeah, man.
What he been
You know, bro, don't fix it. Let's touch on the last group there, guys. Yeah, close. Portugal, Korea Republic. I think we kind of were talking about this earlier. And Joe's favorite player, which he doesn't know the name of, plays for the team that's in fourth, Ghana, who did the Ronaldo celebration. I mean, they scored 2 goals today. Ghana, they scored 2 goals today. I only watched like the first half. But I don't. I thought that this group would be an interesting group. I was telling them guys on the show last time that I feel like this could be the group of death.
I remember.
It could still be. Korea gave Uruguay a game today.
Yeah, so Nunes miss.
No, I didn't see it, man.
Yeah,
Bro, I did, right? But me kind of so accustomed to that, right? Boy,
I didn't see it.
It didn't even surprise me or faze me.
Okay, I know. How we go, Joe? Tell me.
But
Because it's tapping, like one of them that Sterling love for miss.
I wouldn't call it a top in, but let's just say
You disrespectful.
you should not be missing that. That's all I'm gonna say. You should not be missing that.
All
And
right. Let me check the
that way
highlights.
you had the opportunity of playing up top with possibly one of the best passing strikers in football history.
He's playing Rooney.
Yo, hey, kick this man off the shoe.
The man move like Munchie now, the dog.
You
And
know where you
that's
Rooney.
a compliment,
There's
Memphis.
no way, listen, don't get me wrong, Rooney high days, but there's no way you say Rooney when as a striker, if I recall correctly, as a striker, Suarez has the most assists.
Me just a while out, bro. Relax.
No, I don't want to hear no chub. Yo, partner, listen, I think that shot that you have on,
As usual.
damage your brain. You understand? So, listen, going forward throughout the rest of this international duty, and accompanying a club shot.
That's what I'm trying to tell them.
You can't wear my Arsenal hoodie.
No.
Somewhere you got to take down your background.
Hear that?
My background is background. That was a painter. That looks like a painter. Actually, we're talking bias. Anthony, Casemiro, and Fred not supposed to touch the pitch for the rest of the tournament.
I mean, Fred did well when he came on. Casemiro kept
he
back
did.
the ball.
Anthony
is the only argument here.
Me not understand. I especially don't understand the Casemiro one. Because Casemiro was world class.
Yo, that was hilarious.
You guys saw when Ronaldo nearly got a heart attack when Costa dropped the ball and nearly made the
Dog, I'm surprised nobody made a meme or stick about that yet, dog.
Yo, that was funny, no.
I see me have to check out the song.
You don't go on Twitter yet, my man. Just go on Twitter and type in Ronaldo.
Oh, I'm missing
Yo,
everything.
okay, Shaq, you see, like, Leonard, you know that it's Pelicans, he played for that guy from Pelicans. That normally sneak, yeah. But yeah, the ball was thrown and then the Ghana player came around and steal the ball, but only just the defenders were quick to react, or you can say he was slow to react too. And the player never come in a goal.
I Ronaldo didn't get a heart attack.
He fall down.
Yeah, he followed.
Yeah, because Inaki is stand up inside the goal now. The goalkeeper don't put down the ball, use the foot and push forward the ball, so you don't touch the ball don't in play.
Yep.
And then Inaki run from behind here and try to get in front of you and steal the ball so he could score. Right? And the same time he went with so much haste that when he tried to like put in his foot for the ball, he mistimed it and fall down. That's what messed up the whole thing now. And it gave the defenders enough time to recover. And Ronaldo over there, right? Listen to me. Ronaldo red. Ronaldo over there pushed the goalkeeper.
You know he love go on. You know he love go like he love fight.
Yo, and a surprise if he keep for the rest of the tournament again now. What did you get at?
Ronaldo will go for pace vote, you know. It's simple. I didn't have a question, guys. We got about let's close off. Look to close off in the next 5 minutes. Aiden, honestly, would you have Jesus on the wing or put Anthony in?
Anthony. I'd put Anthony.
On the right wing?
Beyblade. I have Rodrigo.
I'm saying I'm going with the Real Madrid wingers.
Well,
Vinny and Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Anthony, because
I'm leaving Gabriel Jesus for when inevitably Richarlison goes dry.
Boy.
Yo, but I like the role. If y'all realize when Neymar came off at one point, I don't know if y'all noticed that Rodrigo was the one who kind of took up his role.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a very good job at it. And he did one thing that Neymar was not doing this game, because for me, Neymar was poor to an extent today. He did one thing that Neymar failed to do today, which was move the ball a lot faster.
Yeah.
And let go the ball at the right time.
Neymar have to do a step over before you pass, man. Come on now.
friendly, kudos back that name, man. Man, right?
No, it's like Neymar just
Neymar
just like what Messi.
Neymar go on like he bad. But let's go for the Japan backline. Allen Kim, the keeper and the fourth defender.
The Korean squad, you know. They're my front line, all wang.
Yo. But I just them know. What Magic and the team they not. Them they not had some.
No, but today maybe there's some. I mean the Serbian national team.
All them names are
Milinkovic,
good.
Two
Milinkovic,
of them,
Savic.
man got Malinkovic, sorry. Two of them better be.
They're brothers.
Yes, man, face, yeah, bro.
Oh, what a joke.
Yeah, I said this is mad,
Yeah,
dog.
everybody name and then Vich. Check everybody name. Mitrovic,
The
Black
funniest thing about that Brazil
Mitrovic,
Serbia game, right? I saw Thiago Silva run away from Tadic. Full sprint, outpace Tadic.
I mean,
The
old man.
Serbia lineup.
But Tadic never really be a fast man, no. Tadic never
What he
really be a fast player.
The
True.
midfielder is Zikovic, Vlakovic, Tadic, Mandenovic, Milinkovic, Milinkovic, Luke. I can't pronounce this man's name, but this is the man that kicked down Neymar, boy. We named Goodell.
Yeah, he
Good daddy.
the one
Oh, that man, they are crazy, man.
Yo,
Yeah,
he's not from
he the one
Serbia.
that look like the Punisher. And the boy, yeah, when the boy don't kick
No,
down,
good daddy is the one with the ponytail.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no, wrong to buy everything about.
They
No,
talk about
guys.
Vlahovic.
Yeah. No, not Vlahovic. There was another one that he was trying to play a 1-2, right? They were on this the right side, and he was trying to play a 1-2, and the other attacking player wasn't making the right one. And the man does get Bex and kick the ball out.
That's the left back or something.
I don't know who he looked like the Punisher.
Come on, is Palovic that one?
Yeah, but I don't mind.
Palovic look like the he could be a bad man for you, boy.
Yeah,
Pavlovic.
I think he's the one that have the he got the yellow card, the book,
Number 2.
the yellow card.
I mean, he didn't play like he was on a yellow card. I was making some slight tackles there. Right?
That man cool with it. Boy. With the summer team. I'm tripping this. Me look like Croatia team. That man's the team, man, boy. Oh boy.
Just stay tuned for Grealish masterclass tomorrow again, right?
If he plays.
Alright, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. We got 2 minutes. The upcoming matches tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 25th.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Wales and Iran kick it off. What we say?
Gareth Bale hat-trick.
Not the intro, dog.
Wales 2-0.
Wales 2.
Wales 2-0.
Wales 2-1.
2-0.
2-1. That's it.
Iran 1-1.
Yeah, look at this.
Wow.
Joe, where's it? You like this player, bad?
Wow.
Yo, 99 overall from Pro Clubs.
Wow.
Qatar is Senegal.
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 I have to tell you that. Seeing Mendy in the goal, Qatar might just win this 1-0.
Yeah. It gets sound crazy, but me go with Qatar, boss.
I feel something crazy gonna happen. Qatar gotta get some points. The man can't just get the team can't get 0 points.
You can't tap and get bad up.
Tap do that, man. That's so bad they are Senegal there.
Yeah, I can bag you.
Yeah.
No, we are Senegal bad. I'm like, wow, I don't want Qatar get nothing. if Qatar don't get no points after the group stage, the man is locked down the country.
Out the Ireland team in this World Cup, right? Out the Ireland team in this World Cup. Me just want Cameroon just get blow. Cheer. So that crazy man that smoke, or he said he smoke, he can chat and go on the line. That's from the start on, he never on free level.
That's cap. That's really cap. He never believe. He didn't even believe that. Yeah. Memphis. Netherlands and
I mean,
how many Munchie we got?
it's
1 minute.
debatable.
Munchie, we got 1 minute, bro.
I think he just wanted to show that he had a
The
Spain
boy coming in
jersey,
Spain shot. Oh, why did you joke?
Netherlands.
Back in Spain, me telling the partner, just stop trying to jump on the bandwagon.
Go card the store.
I saw Larry.
Where do you want to go card the store? Come on, daddy.
Master, show me a Spain shot.
The fan worry about a Spain shot, me a Spain shot. The way about me, you're a fake fan. You're a fake fan.
But the man got shot.
So you can have a shot. Look at some of the fan have shot and then the back no team.
But I'm saying, much
They're
of fun.
Spain shot.
Sometimes you go bend down, you see a shot, you love see you buy them. What you tell me?
So
Wait.
you love Spain. You
Spain
did
shot.
Spanish shot for all them years.
I love
No,
Arsenal. Look,
You
I love
forgot.
Arsenal. Look, I love Arsenal. Arsenal. See?
So I put
Arsenal.
international.
Okay,
The
Stella,
club on the shoot.
until
As
you
you
get
say,
a Spain shot,
don't
you're in a
bring
back.
your club stuff
Me?
into international
I
duty.
have pictures in Spain shot too. Pictures too.
Until you put on a Spain shot, you're in a back Spain.
In the back
You
Spain.
can say what you want, but he in the back of Spain.
Big up yourself, but you rate that. Rate that. You have your
Back of
Spain
Spain.
shot. You have your Spain shot, bro. And the last two games,
Man, I
fellas,
saw
real
lad,
quick.
you know.
Real quick.
If
Netherlands
Germany
and
bang me, you
Ecuador.
know.
Wait, no
If
man,
Germany
tell
bang me, cause of you. I saw lady. I saw lady. Where come put on Spain shot for?
Oh gosh. Netherlands,
Where come put on
Ecuador.
Spain shot for? I saw lady. I jump on man bandwagon and try pull man chuck down the hill.
Mm.
Netherlands
Lie, boy.
versus Ecuador. I say, of
Netherlands
course,
1-1.
Netherlands. England versus USA. I think this could be a really good game. But of course,
Man,
Three-one.
I think gonna smash them the phone on boy.
going on.
England.
If
Superstar.
Maguire playing England, I keeping a clean sheet.
3-1 England.
Yo, Ben White need to get the game, dog. And I need to take Pickford out the goal and put Ramsdale.
Check.
Yo, what you think? You look like England want to lose.
I know they don't want to lose. That's why they're keeping Greece on the
No,
bench.
that make them might lose. No, I'm not turning goal. That make them might lose.
I just, you know what's funny? Hold on it. Any City player start for England?
Yes.
Oh wait. No. Oh no, Starboy.
Oh yeah, shoot, yo, I forgot Stones.
Wait, no, sorry.
John Stones.
Just John Stone.
And
And
they,
City,
and
we forgot.
Trippier just holding Kyle Walker's spot till he fit again. That's the only reason.
Trippier does what?
Holding
Yeah.
Kyle Walker's spot. Because somebody have to make way.
Are you not gonna be Trippier?
Yo, Trippier half a day do set. Man, if I miss it on, but when me they watch the game, man, I see a man cut back right. I make Trippier.
I'll trip your arm for kicking the free kicks.
Yo,
Yeah,
tell man
like
cut
Trippier's
back.
not
Then
so
I
big,
see
boy. Yeah, we see
Alba
Trippier
kill
left back.
Tillsman. I see Alba kill Tillsman get up like you are cry. The man who kill Tillsman strike right back.
You talk about that. You see when what you name it? Oh Lord, that guy in Real Madrid that was for Chelsea, the centre back.
Rudiger.
Yeah, you see Rudiger. I do high one.
Until lose the game, dog.
Yo, y'all making Memphis depressed. Y'all making Memphis depressed.
You know why?
Alright,
I'm telling
fellas.
you, man. I'm telling you, take off Gundogan. That was it. No.
I would
Alright,
say
and
Gundogan
guys-
because Gundogan just up there
But
play
you know
who
me
can
like
miss
that
the
about
most.
you because Gundogan and City play then take off Gundogan this side. Stop do that, man.
Gundogan
But
never play a lot. The man a chance to score and not do
It is
nothing.
true.
England win 6-2.
You see, he
And
scored
all
a
of a sudden-
goal now, so you can't cuss them. They needed
England win
Gundogan.
6-2. And all of a sudden, for your
Didn't he score a
Arsenal
penalty?
partner,
Okay, fellas.
Ben White and Ramsdale start. But I say nothing.
Me say okay.
don't talk
Them
about
that they put opinion. You hear me saying anything about any Ramsdale and Candy
Exactly.
White. Me call Candy White.
Yo.
Candy
Yo,
White.
it's okay, I'm going to finish.
Why you
Guys?
think France winning? Because Saliba not even start.
Yo, Shaq, wrap up the show. We have to
And
close.
on that note,
We have to
boy.
close.
and on
We have to
that
close.
note, Joe,
To
watch
be
out.
fair,
Joe, we need some positivity. The last show. So let me mute everybody that the classes. Was Munchie, you know the classes. Move man. Joe McCann attack the system.
tell you about them Arsenal, man, boy.
Yo.
What's your boy done pack up? What's it?
You
Hey,
know,
wait.
I'll just go and subscribe to a while now.
Permit me for truly get shady, right?
You have
Because
30 seconds.
remember, I'm making a joke. Well, not on joke. I spoke, some stats earlier about one of the greatest passing strikers possibly of all time, and a man asked me if who Rooney. But word on the street, I had like flashy black youth that play for Arsenal that have more international goal than he. That's why I don't know if something goes so. But anyways.
But then, what if when Joe McCann win name? Let me see the star winning man. What they playing here? What they playing here?
What the guy named that comfort that does one fan thing he rhyme with him. Oh, he named Baka.
Baka. Saka.
Saka. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, just a star boy.
Yeah. The real star boy.
Just say that, no man, Joe. And on that note, we're gonna end the
You
show.
talking about England record goal scorer like
No. Joe, we gotta start because Memphis spoke. Joe, we ain't talking about.
Yo, hey, we score goals when
it don't matter. We talking about
we score goals when they
England's
matter.
highest goal
We
scorer.
score goals when they matter. The biggest competition of them are the World Cup.
But that's when you're
Great
supposed to score
legendary
goals.
Wayne Rooney that never win a golden boot. The best striker ever. Never win
Who
a
said
golden
he was the
boot.
best striker?
Hey, anyways. Yeah.
And on that note, guys, thanks for joining us. Everybody who commented, we appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next show as the World Cup continues, guys.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.